Iran has laid out 6 conditions for reopening the Strait of Hormuz, but Tehran insists these are not new demands. Iran wants Washington to end threats against the Islamic Republic, halt military action against Iran and its regional allies, withdraw forces involved in the blockade, compensate Tehran for war damage, lift sanctions, and release frozen Iranian assets. Tehran says it will not retreat from these demands. The message from Tehran is clear. The reopening of Hormuz will depend on Washington accepting Iran's conditions. Iranian Revolutionary Guard spokesperson Hossein Mohebbi says the strategic waterway is no longer merely an economic route, but a source of power for Iran. Tehran is also insisting that the Hormuz issue is separate from the ongoing Iran-Oman talks.
Look, the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz has its own specific mechanism and has no connection whatsoever to the negotiations between Iran and Oman. The reopening of the Strait of Hormuz is, in fact, subject to conditions set by the Islamic Republic of Iran, and the strait will be reopened on the basis of those conditions. That depends on the extent to which the United States accepts the conditions determined by the Islamic Republic of Iran.
Washington, however, is refusing to declare the conflict over. U.S. Vice President JD Vance says America is continuing to use diplomatic, economic, and military tools to secure what Washington considers the best outcome. Iran, meanwhile, says the talks are close to an agreement, but their success depends on U.S. compliance with existing commitments. The two sides therefore remain far apart on the price of restoring normal passage.
And the enemy is compelled, for the strait to be reopened, to accept Iran's conditions and refrain from interfering in the negotiations currently taking place between Iran, Oman, and other countries, which have almost reached their conclusion. It must refrain from such interference and accept Iran's conditions. Whenever it accepts Iran's conditions, the Strait of Hormuz will certainly be reopened.
For Tehran, the 6 conditions are part of a wider demand to end the military and economic pressure that Iran says has destabilized the region. Iran's leadership is making clear that it will not surrender its leverage over Hormuz simply to secure a temporary arrangement. As Oman works to bridge the divide, the decisive question remains whether Washington is prepared to address Tehran's long-standing demands.